I'm a lady and a scholar. I am. That's, well, that's the lady part. I'm a scholar.
I'm a gentleman half the time. A scholar never. That promoter was making me not want to be very gentlemanly.
No. The evening is young.
Is there somebody in here that
I still want to have to throw your way around eventually. Let's get interviewed.
Let's go. All right. This is Greg, aka Crazy G, in the G spot from WSUR and NECR, and I have the one and only
Ruyter Suys from Nashville Pussy.
Yeah.
And this is where the G spot is. You should put your face on camera, man.
The G spot.
Gentlemen, this is what you've been looking for years.
The G spot.
It's right here. It's in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
been looking? I never could find it.
So
It's right here, dude.
I want to say thanks for taking the time to talk to us here on the G spot. How are you and what's going on?
How are you and what's going on? I don't know, we're on tour. You caught us after this show. And, you know, we've got an inch left.
That's awesome.
We're going to use it, damn it.
That's
Got an extra
right.
inch?
Matter of fact, you know
Use
what?
it.
I'll take a shot of that. You know how long it's been since I've had a shot of JD?
Oh, an hour?
15 years.
Oh, Jesus Christ, all right. I've been blamed for a lot, and most of it is downfall, so go ahead.
Oh. Woo!
Now you remember how horrible that shit was?
Oh, mother.
It ain't gotten any better.
No, it hasn't. Nashville Pussy has been at it since 1997. Can you tell us briefly about the band and its beginnings?
Briefly about the band and its beginnings. God damn. Briefly. I don't know, man. We started in me and Blaine's kitchen in Nashville. We were husband and wife, and I was a supportive wife of his other band, 9 Pound Hammer, and they imploded in glorious fashion on the road after like 7 van breakdowns on this tour that we had booked. I had booked personally, and he came home, you know, still wanting to play, and the whole band had fucked off. And him and I have been writing songs in the kitchen anyways, and it was like, well, what do we do now? It's like, and his drummer kept wanting to play, Adam, who now plays for a band called The Hookers. And so me and Blaine and Adam started the band with this chick, Corey, who he met on the road. And I think we started the band within like 2 months of 9 Pound Hammer folding. And we had to be, and 9 Pound Hammer was really heavy. They were like a super heavy fucking country punk band, like total Ramones meets Johnny Cash, like the first time anyone had done that. And so everyone was like, you're starting a band with your wife? And it's like, oh, you know, bad idea, right? And it's like, so we had to be fucking good. We had to be good, and we had to be better than 9 Pound Hammer. We had to be like, you know, we had to be heavier, we had to be faster, we had to be louder, we had to be everything.
Well, you're that.
And we were.
You are. I'll tell you. I gotta be honest with you. And I'm not.
We had to make everybody shut up like immediately. Like no one was gonna say, "Oh, you're the man with your wife." It was just like, "Holy shit!" Like what the fuck? Like that was our goal was to be like a wrecking ball. Like just like.
Well, you did that to me tonight because I'll tell you.
Yeah, it only took 18 years to get to you. So.
Absolutely incredible.
One by one, we're mowing them down.
The band's newest CD, called Up the Dosage, is a crazy wild ride down the path of dirty rock and roll.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this CD and how you approached it from a musical standpoint?
Musical standpoint. Okay, from a musical standpoint, we waited till the very fucking last minute. In my case, me and Jeremy, our drummer, our whole approach is to do absolutely nothing, like all the fucking time. Just let the shit build up, you know, like being a nun or something like that. And then as soon as you get near the moment, like you just explode, you know. That's exactly what we did. We wrote the album in 10 days. We wrote the whole fucking thing. 13 songs in 10 days, beginning to end. And then we recorded it in maybe 12 or something like that. And it was the equivalent of like pent up.
Like a release.
Yeah, that's why we have the lightning bolt on the cover. The lightning bolt came after the fact, but the whole thing came really fast. and it was just, yeah. So you know what, it's funny because that's kind of what we used to say about our first album. Like, it was like, the first time you ever have sex, it's just like, bam! Like,
First time you had sex?
sweet. Tonight.
Your brand of rock and roll is full of twists and turns and is highly energizing. It is evident in the track Till the Meat Falls Off the Bone. How did that song come about?
How did Till the Meat Come Off the Bone come about?
It's the thing about ribs.
Yeah, this is talking about ribs. What was it? Oh no, it was 2 riffs.
Huh?
Ribs. Yeah, but it was 2 riffs.
No,
It
yeah.
was 2 different. We were trying to write 2 different songs. We were trying to write a song that went down. We're trying to write another song that went down, 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 bow, bow, down, down. We were 2 separate songs, and then we decided after the end of 9 days of writing these other songs that these 2 separate songs should both be played at the same time, and instead of 2 songs, we wrote 1.
Wow.
We just put them together, and it was like, hey, we got a song. You know, so it's my riff plus his riff, played kind of ZZ Top style with a little bit of funkadelic, and it was just like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a cool story.
that was it. Like, we don't, you know, when we're writing songs, we don't fight the shit. You know, if it doesn't work, you just move on to the next thing. We'll like throw it behind, or like put it in the pile, and like come back to it in a decade. You know, but if something happens and works, we go with it. It's like we take the path of least resistance all the time. Like when it comes to music, it's like,
Well, I hear that of a lot of artists.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, they don't force it because it doesn't.
man, I mean, we're not gonna spend 13 years in a studio like Guns N' Roses or something like that. Like 13 days is like, that's nice. That's indulgent in itself. So,
No, that's cool. Up the Dosage, the self-titled track is Howlin' Mad. What was it like writing and recording that track?
Up the Dosage itself, the song.
Yeah.
I don't know, just nothing but fun. To me, it sounds like a Status Quo song. I don't know if you know them. They're a British band. They're essentially who Spinal Tap was modeled after. They used to be a boogie band, and then they became a rock band, and then they're still around. They still sell at Wembley. They're phenomenal, and we rip them off continuously. So to me, it sounds like Status Quo. To others, it sounds like Thin Lizzy. I don't know. It's a fun fucking song. It's like, plus it's our motto yet again. You know, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. Like,
More.
yeah.
Everything on this CD is raw and sharp. The track Before the Drugs Wear Off is genius because who hasn't been at that point one time or another in life? What were you trying to capture not only with the musical aspect, but with the lyrics as well with that song?
And that's a Blaine question. Blaine's the genius behind that one.
Is he? Where is he?
I don't know. Hey, you see Blaine's around the corner?
Blaine!
Blaine!
Is he there?
We need to write a new song called Where My Drugs At? Blaine!
I asked the question and she said you'd be more fitted for this one.
What's going on?
Everything on this CD is raw and sharp. The track Before the Drugs Wear Off is genius because who hasn't been at that point one time or another in life? What were you trying to capture not only with the musical aspect, but with the lyrics as well with this
Before the
song?
drugs were off?
Yeah.
I just being funny. It's like sometimes one of those songs I wrote on my acoustic guitar is like, I'm just being funny. It's true though. I mean, you know.
It is.
It's fucking true. You know, I've never had the fucking balls to say that, but it was understood, I think. I don't know. It's like an unspoken thing, you know. In a couple of situations, you're like going, yeah. You know, because either we're gonna be passed out or vomiting.
It's
So.
like, yeah, we better get to this shit right now.
Yeah, you're on.
We're like, tick, tick, tick.
Just get this over with while things still feel good before everything starts feeling bad, you know? Like, it's like ends up being like work or you don't want to vomit during sex. I've never done that. I threw up beforehand. I mean,
Yeah, that's not a pretty picture, Blaine.
Not with me. It was somebody else.
as after.
Also not with me.
Yeah. All right. I made myself throw up. I was like, I'm either gonna throw up now or throw up on this chick, and
Also
she's
not with me.
not gonna dig that at all. So I've actually like
whatever.
I've never
Yeah,
stuck my
and then
fingers.
the
I
worst
never
thing is we
stick my
actually meet a
fingers.
girl who likes that kind of shit.
Yeah, and she said, this girl goes, next day I told her, she's like, she was very impressed. I was like, oh, that was so cool. So,
Man, you were impressed that one time I threw up inside the car. Remember that?
yeah, she threw it up and cleaned it up. After throwing up, she like cleaned all this. She threw up in the armrest of the car, and it was like everywhere, like brah. Then she cleaned it all up, and then shaped a part of my burrito.
That was before we were married. He was like, I like this girl. She's totally vomited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She totally puked inside my car, cleaned it up, and now she's eating my burrito. I think I wouldn't marry her.
If either one of you had to choose one song off this CD, what would it be and why?
I Rub to Death because it's a fast rocking song. You know, I think other songs might be more accessible, but I always like the faster songs, man. You know.
Death is astounding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's she wrote the music to that.
It comes from a real place.
When I wrote that, I had a thing that said like I had 40 lines that should be in songs that aren't, and it was in a notebook. And I found old notebooks. I had my roommate ship them to me at the studio because I forgot them, and he found these great. Found everyone in the house that I lost anywhere, and two of them I had written down. It's so important to write it down twice, probably 10 years ago. 40 songs, 40 lines that should be in the song that aren't, and I wrote down the same 40 in case one of those levels got lost.
Holy.
So that's all good, and that's what most of Rub to Death is, man. It's like I write down a line like "too much work for an honest man," and "last chance to get in your pants," and just throw them all together, and it just seemed like something you could do if you threw all these lines together because the song moves so fast. So it was really fun to write, really fun to sing. It was right that apparently that's my key. That you got no. And what the fuck is that? Like G sharp, F sharp.
G sharp.
And G, it's like
G flat.
G flat, F sharp, whatever. Like it has no really like use in guitar riffs because there's no open strings. But it's like it sounds really cool. So I think that was my favorite too, man.
Well, I gotta tell you, I was hearing a lot about your live shows, and I just experienced it tonight, and
Hey, we're just a fucking rock band, man.
it's absolutely fucking mad.
like-
It's wild. It's awesome. It's like a roller coaster ride 100 million times in different directions.
Well, thank you so much.
What do you do in regards when you prepare before you go out on the stage?
Fuck, man. We don't do
Nothing really. I've done it so many times. I mean, the first time I ever played my life on stage, I almost vomited. You know, so.
Yeah. The first time that Nashville Pussy played together ever, I thought my heart, both of us, were sitting outside the club, ready to go on, and he'd already had years of live performances under his belt. We sat outside the club, and I could feel my heart like I was gonna jump out of my chest. And we went on stage that night, and I played like a deer in the fucking headlights, like my feet were nailed to the ground. And then we played the second show. The second show, I dove straight to the audience with my guitar. I was just like, rah! I'm ready to go. Like, woo! let's
So
do
once
this
you
shit,
got
man.
past that first one, it was
Yeah,
okay.
it was like once you got, I mean, it's like sex. It's like the first time you get all these expectations and shit. And it's like, really? That's it? It's like, okay, fine, let's go. Let's party with this shit.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Exactly.
It's like, okay,
You're touring now.
goodbye. Goodbye, first time.
You're touring now as we speak. What's this tour been like for Nashville Pussy to
It's
this
actually
point?
good, man.
Ah,
It's
it's
getting
fun.
better every fucking day, honestly, except for today.
Today's a little weird. But today's a little weird, but you know.
No, but it's picking up. It's kicking up.
Yeah, it's starting to.
For America, it ain't so bad.
No.
We're practically Czechoslovakia over here. It's not so bad. Catching up with the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, the GG down dude said gave us like you know, good for having enough courage to go out to tour America.
Seriously,
like,
man.
you know.
Yeah.
Well-
America, honestly, is like, you know, when they rank like healthcare in the world, it's like the same. It's
Rock and roll
rock
right
and
now.
roll. Like America's like 29th in the world or something like that.
Well-
There's officially like pretty much 30 places in the world to play better than America. But
I'm
we live
surprised.
here. This is where our phones work.
You know, you guys really tear up that stage, and it's
Yeah.
very
I see.
impressive to see.
It's nice when people understand English and shit. You know?
Who are some of your or the band's musical influences?
Mostly the real obvious ones, so like Motorhead and AC/DC, and you know,
fucking the Faces, Ted Nugent,
Yeah, there's stuff we listen to personally. Yeah,
Funkadelic,
you
all
know,
sorts of really, obvious shit.
Ramones, Sex Pistols, Johnny Thunders, you know.
70s rock.
70s rock. A lot of 70s rock.
general.
You know, a lot of 70s like kind of cock rock stuff like that. Nazareth and shit like that.
And then like old Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
Not like Ted Nugent from like a week ago.
I see him in 1978 at the Springfield Civic Center with the Cars. No, I'm
Who
sorry.
was it?
With Humble Pie.
No fucking way.
Yeah, 1978. Ted Nugent with Humble Pie at this. Providence Civic Center.
Are you yelling at people?
And it was incredible. It was,
Well, Ted was fucking brilliant in the day.
yeah.
You know, when he just played music.
Yeah.
I mean, he was one of my heroes when I was a kid. I was like, and I wasn't even anti his politics up until recently. And even then, I'm not really anti, just wish he'd hush. I was like, please stop.
What would you like to say to the fans of Nashville Pussy?
Come on.
Come out.
We know
wherever-
you're there.
Come out wherever you are.
Don't wait until France,
He's out
man.
here.
Come to America.
Last question, and then I'll let you guys go.
Hey, man, it's fucking. Check it out.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'd say that's empty.
Go.
Shit, why not?
This is why you quit drinking. Because he just sucked the bottle, the end of the bottle. Right there.
Other than this tour and promoting up the Dosage, is there anything else that we can expect from Nashville Pussy in the
Of course, my dear, please.
future?
What the hell? What do you need? You know?
I want to keep hearing a lot of shit from you guys.
No, man, we're just like, we're a fucking rock band. It's really simple shit, and it's like I feel like we're an endangered species out there. We're reminding people how simple and easy it is to do this. It's like just let your hair down, and fucking have a good time.
Well, you do it. You do it like
We're not bringing our laptop on stage.
no, but you do it with such ease. You really do.
It's fun shit, man. It's really simple stuff. Okay,
Well,
it's just fun.
Can you do one thing? Hold that Jack Daniels bottle
There's
with
no
the
Jack-
cigarette.
I can hold the bottle.
No, with the cigarette, because let me tell you,
I know.
fucking awesome.
That's why it's so sad.
That's why it's so sure to fucking drink it. It's gone. This is a pathetic
That's
shot.
I got that. That's
Pathetic
perfect.
shot. It's not
That's
drinking.
awesome, man. I just got that.
That is kind of sad.
It is sad.
I know it's really sad.
I think that
Well, listen, Ruyter, I want to thank you. I want to thank the band. You guys were amazing. I want to thank New England Concert Reviews, and you know, I wish you guys the best.
G-spot?
The G Spot, Crazy G and the G Spot.
Have you ever hit the G-spot?
This is what we're saying. It's like, men in the world are looking for the G-spot. It's in New Hampshire.
Actually, it's in Massachusetts
not-
at
It's
Worcester
in
State.
Massachusetts!
In Worcester
What the
State
fuck?
University, I do a radio show called Crazy G and the G
Pretty
Spot.
sure the G-spot's not that hard to fucking find.
Hey, if you want to hit the G-spot right now, give this guy a fucking...
It's a myth. Don't let them fool you.
Don't let us punch you. I think there's a lot of men lined up out there who would love to just fucking give you a big punch in the face.
why wouldn't they be like that?
But
You're
again,
setting yourself up for a target. man.
I know. I always do. That's my MO. But again, I thank you. It's been a pleasure. The show was great, and I wish you guys the
It is my
best.
pleasure to serve, my dear. This is my job. I'm only a conduit of rock.
Well,
Continue.
I hope to see you again in the future, and
Oh, yeah.
I hope we can do this again. All right?
Come join us tomorrow in Canada.
Thank you very much. I wish I could.
I don't know if we've been even in focus this whole time.